Howdy, today we're going to be making another attempt at Conflict at Carrock. We have 3 heroes that total 29 threat. Our first hero is Theodred with 1 willpower, 2 attack, 1 shield, 4 health. Response: after Theodred commits to a quest, choose a hero committed to that quest, add 1 resource to that hero's resource pool. We have Aragorn, 2 willpower, 3 attack, 2 armor, 5 health, Sentinel, can block for other players. After Aragorn commits to a quest, spend 1 resource from his resource pool to ready him. Eowyn, 4 willpower, 1 attack, 1 shield, 3 health. Discard 1 card from your hand to give Eowyn +1 willpower till the end of the phase. This effect may be triggered by each player once per round. We're going to draw up our starting hand. The Galadhrin's Greeting. Reduce 1 player's threat by 6 or reduce each player's threat by 2. This will be amazing for this deck since we want a very low threat when we get to the trolls so they all don't come at us at once. We have Lorien Guide. After Lorien Guide commits to a quest, place 1 progress token on the active location. Wandering Took. 2 to come out, 1 willpower, 1 attack, 1 shield, 2 health. Reduce your threat by 3 to give Wandering Took to another player. Raise that player's threat by 3. Longbeard Orc Slayer. After Longbeard Orc Slayer enters play, deal 1 damage to each orc enemy in play. Another Galadhrin's Greeting. This is a pretty decent hand for threat reduction. I probably would have preferred Gandalf's with some sneak attacks, but that's still a lot of threat reduction between the 2. Galadhrin's Greeting, or Galadhrin's Greeting. This Longbeard Orc Slayer, I forgot to go over him. 4 to come out, 0 willpower, 2 attack, 1 shield, 3 health. After Longbeard Orc Slayer enters play, deal 1 damage to each orc enemy in play. Be nice if that were troll. Silverlode Archer. 3 to come out, 1 willpower, 2 attack, 0 shield, 1 health, ranged. That's our starting hand. It doesn't have a whole lot of ramping up speed, no Steward of Gondor, and if she gets sacked, there's no way to really help her. There's no way to make Aragorn a blue resource, but I think it's a pretty solid hand just due to all the threat reduction that's already in there. So we're going to go ahead and keep this hand for this attempt. For our first quest, add the Carrock to the staging area. Remove the 4 unique troll cards and 4 copies of sacked card from the encounter deck and set them aside out of play. Here's our 4 trolls. They all have 34 engagement, so we want to make sure our threat is less than 34 when we move on past the first stage of the quest, but they will all sit out of play. We remove the 4 sacked cards. I have 3 here because there's supposed to be 1 that's going to be shuffled back in. So then it says set them aside out of play, then shuffle 1 sacked card per player back into the encounter deck. So we've already done all that. All right, and we're going to move in. Oh, the Carrock. 2 threat, 6 to complete. Immune to player and card effects, so we can't put tokens on it to complete it before we get to that point. Players cannot travel to the Carrock except through quest card effects. While the Carrock is the active location, troll enemies get +1 attack and +1 armor. So when those 4 trolls come out, they're going to be pretty ridiculous. All right, we're going into our first turn. We're going to collect resources. And we're going to draw our first card. Son of Arnor. So we got a lot of stuff we want to try to get out. And I want to save most of my blue to get these threat reduction cards out. So right now it doesn't look like I can cast any creatures, or sorry, allies this round. We need to go on the quest, but we don't want to blow through. Oh, we got to go to the next part. First quest takes 7 to complete. Forced, after placing your 7th progress token on this quest, the Carrock becomes the active location. Discard the previous active location. So once we get to 7 progress on here, we move to the next stage, which gets us the trolls, which we don't want to get. So we have to be very careful when questing. So usually we want to lose our quest, or get a push, or only get one token. So what we're going to do is I'm going to send both these on the quest so I can get an extra resource. Actually, I'm going to send him and her on the quest so I can get an extra blue resource. No, that's too much. Okay. We're going to go in with just these two. I'll put the extra resource on Aragorn. So we're only going in for 3. We assume we're going to lose when we go in for 3. We draw an enemy. Oh, it's an ally. Gibberborn the Old does not exhaust to defend against troll enemies. If Gibberorn the Old has 8 or more resource tokens on him, he joins the first player as an ally. Spend 1 purple resource to place a resource token on him. So we can slowly buy him as an ally. So he's a pretty good ally. 2 questing power, 4 attack, 3 shields, 10 health. We went in on the quest for 3. So unfortunately, we're putting progress on the location already. It's good we didn't go any heavier than that. So we're going to untap, go to 30, and we need to work on getting him. We get resources in the next round. And we draw when Valiant Sacrifice costs 1. After an ally card leaves play, that card's controller draws 2 cards. We need to start ramping up and building our army. I don't think we need our threat reduction quite yet, so I am going to go ahead and start playing some blue because I got to start making progress towards stuff. I'm going to spend 3 to get out this archer. I'm going to spend 2 blue to get out that Wandering Took. I'm going to spend 2 purple resources to start trying to claim this guy as an ally. All right. So we did pretty good there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing I did last round. Go in for 3, put an extra resource on Aragorn, and call it good. So we're going to draw a card. 20 engagement. This guy's going to come at us this turn. It's got 4 health. It's an adder. It says 20 health, 1 attack, 1 threat. So we're a push on the threat meter, which is what we were looking for. 1 threat, 2 attack, 0 armor, 4 health. Forced. If Muck Adder damages a character, discard that character from play. That's pretty ridiculous. But it has to damage. So it's not going to damage a character with 2 shields. The defend shadow effect doesn't matter. So it's a push. We can't travel. This guy engages us. We have to block. I don't want to block with her because she'll die. I block with Wandering Took. So that's 2 damage, 1 shield. That character is definitely going to die. We get a land that we discard. 2 damage goes on him. He dies. We untap. Our threat goes to 31. And this round we're going to have to deal with that thing. So that's going to hurt. We have to deal with the adder. 3. Oh, when the adder died, I had a resource. I would have played Valiant Sacrifice. I got a little bit ahead of myself. So I had a purple resource on Aragorn. I used that to draw 2 cards. Another Wandering Took, and a Gandalf. Gandalf would be great about now, but I don't have enough resources to cast him. And I can't remember if I've already drawn for this turn. I do not believe I have. So my draw is Steward of Gondor. I will play 2 of these to get Steward of Gondor on this guy. He will tap, getting 2 resources. You know what? I'm harder up on blue resources. So let's put that over here. Tap and get 2 blue resources. I need a blocker this round. I'm going to go ahead and play him. And I will just go on the quest with her. She's the only one going on the quest for 4. I'm gonna have to block there, and then we're gonna kill this stupid adder. All right, we draw. We get a land in play that is 5 threat. She went in for 4, so we're gonna gain 3 threat. We're at 34. During the travel phase, this is the brown land. It's 5 threat, 1 to complete. Forced, after the players travel to the brown lands, place 1 progress token on it. So we'll travel to it, complete it. We have to block the adder. We're gonna block with Wandering Took. Shadow effect is nothing. So there is no shadow effect, but Wandering Took still dies because he took 1 damage from the adder. We will attack the adder for 5, easily enough to kill him. He's out of play. We go to the untap phase. Our threat goes to 35. We move into the next round. When we move into the next round, we each get a resource. 1, 2, 3. She's going to get 2 resources with Steward of Gondor, so 2 extra. And we draw a card. Another Steward of Gondor. That's going to be useless because you can only have 1 in play. So I'm just going to put it over here. Later we'll discard it when we're questing. We need to ramp up our purple, but that's going to take a little bit. We're going to go ahead and spend 3 blue resources to reduce our threat by 6, taking us to 29. I will spend these 2 resources. Well, I don't know. These 2 characters will go on the quest. I feel bad about that. If I do that, then I end up with some trouble. So, but I think I need to. These 2 will go on the quest. I don't really have a blocker now. I'll put an extra resource on him. He won't use it to untap because we need some purple. All right, we draw. We get a land that's worth 1, so it's 3 to 3. We're good. 1 threat. 2 to complete response. After you travel to B pastures, search the encounter deck and discard pile for Glimmerborn the Old and add him to the staging area, then shuffle the encounter deck. So that's not bad. He's already in play, so we don't have to do most of that. So our quest was a push. We're going to put the bees right here because we don't really need that, but it gets something that we can put progress on that's not the quest. We move to the untap phase. We go up to 30 threat. We get resources, 1, 1, and she's going to get 3. 1, 2, 3. And let's see. We get to draw a card. She will spend her 4 to get the Northern Tracker in play. Not that we need it for tracking purposes, but we do need it for getting creatures out to fight the trolls when they finally do come in play. We have 5 resources out there. I think we're going to put out this Orc Slayer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we'll go ahead and put 1 resource on this guy, getting closer to completing him. We need to go on the quest. We're going to go with our usual 2 guys here, so we can get another purple resource. And we're going to go with her. We're going in for 4. We get to draw. Another adder, which is going to kill something. That doesn't really help. So the adder is going to come into play. I have to block with something. And it's going to kill whatever I block with, which really sucks. So there was 3 out against me. I quested for 4, so I get to put 1 progress on this location. I'm really frustrated by these adders. I will block with this. My shadow effect card is attacking player gets +1, but it doesn't matter, so that's dead. and I will attack it for 3, which isn't enough to kill him. We go to the untap phase. Our threat goes to 31. These adders are killing off all our enemies that we're trying to get prepped out. Okay, we get resources. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And then we draw. Sneak attack. I really want to use Gandalf for threat reduction. But that adder is going to kill another one of my characters, which really is not cool. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this for 6 threat reduction. Now let's go ahead and save that. I'm going to go ahead and play Gandalf. I can play him at the beginning. I'm going to wait to play him. So I need to decide what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend 3 to put this character in play. I'm going to spend 3 to put this character in play. Then I'm going to go on the quest for 3. When I do, I get an extra resource here. I can't decide if I'm going to let the adder attack yet. So we get a land. It's 5 threat, so I have 7 threat against my 3 quest. So my threat goes up by 4, putting me at 35 threat. And that land's going to stay in play. I think I'm going to keep Gandalf for the threat reduction. So I'm going to block with this guide on the adder. No extra effect. This character dies. We attack the adder dies. The adders are really putting a damper in everything I'm doing. We go to the untap phase. We need to get our threat down. That's why I decided to keep Gandalf. We draw another sneak attack. And we draw. Forgot to resource. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Northern Tracker will go on the quest. Well, let's not worry about that. I only have Gandalf in hand, no other creatures. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play threat reduction for 3. 1, 2, 3. My threat's going to go to 29. And I think it's a little risky, but I think I'm going to start working towards completing the quest. I'm going to take 3 resources. I'm going to put them here because we need to get that guy into play. Now we need to go on the quest. This one will go on the quest. Aragorn's going to go on the quest. She's going to go on the quest. And when I went on the quest with this one, I put 1 progress there. And let's see what draws up. Oh, when Aragorn went on the quest, he got a resource. Now we have your sneak attacks if we need them. Okay. Forced. After Misty Mountain Goblins attack, remove 1 progress from the current quest. He's 15 to engage, 2 threat, 2 attack, 1 shield, 3 health. So let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and on the quest against 4. That means we get to put 1 here and 3 on the main quest. Since that's happened, this guy is going to engage us. It looks like we can block him, but we can't kill him. And I think I'm okay with that. So we're in the travel phase. You know what? We can afford it. I'm going to go ahead and play sneak attack. I'm going to get Gandalf in play. He's going to reduce our threat after the engagement. So this way, during the combat phase, Gandalf is here. He's going to reduce our threat by 5, putting us to 24 threat, because that's what I would use Gandalf for. Now, 4 attack would kill him. Gandalf will block. So 2 damage coming in. Shadow effect. The defending player gets -1 armor for the duration of this attack. That doesn't really matter. 2 versus his 3 armor now. Doesn't really hurt him. So then we tap this guy and this guy. We do 4 damage. We kill this. I think we're moving on to the next phase of the quest. Alright. We go to 25 threat. We get 1, 2, and then 3 over here. We draw a card. Unexpected Courage, which is great. We take 2. We put that on Aragorn so he can attack twice, since he does so much damage. We really need to quest. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go in on the quest. We go in on the quest. We go in on the quest. And I'll put an extra resource on Aragorn. So go in on the quest, and we have these 2 blockers if we need them because they hit pretty hard. So we're going in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go ahead and make that 8 by discarding Steward of Gondor. We're going in for 8 on the quest. Against 4, we get to put 3 progress here. Oh, this land is 2 threat, 1 to complete. While a wild oak grove is the active location, resource tokens from any sphere may be spent as leadership tokens. So we can use any sphere to complete that. So there's 3 here, and we went in for 7, 8. We get to put all our tokens here. When we do, this becomes the active location, and trolls get stronger. And all the trolls are going to come into play. So now we actually have to talk about those trolls. We'll have to start fighting these pretty soon. Okay, we have 34 engagement cost, 2 threat, 4 attack, 2 shields, 10 health, forced. After Rupert attacks, shuffle all copies of Sacked card from the discard pile back into the encounter deck. Response: after defeating him, you may choose and discard 1 sacked card from play. We have Steward, 34 engagement cost, 2 threat, 4 attack, 2 shields, 10 health. When Steward is engaged with a player, all trolls get +1 armor. After defeating Steward, you may choose and discard 1 sacked card from play. Morris, 2 threat, 4 attack, 2 shields, 10 health. While Morris is engaged with the player, the trolls get +1 attack. Response: after defeating Morris, you may choose and discard 1 sacked card from play. Lewis, 34 engagement cost, 2 threat, 4 attack, 2 shields, 10 health. While Lewis is engaged with the player, all troll enemies get forced. After this enemy attacks, the defending player must raise their threat by 3. After defeating Lewis, you may choose and discard 1 sacked card from play. So now all those are in play. We could engage trolls right now. But if we engage trolls right now, we don't really have anything to attack with. So we're going to call that good. We're going to go ahead and use 2 resources and get this ally. So now we have 8 on him. We get to claim him as an ally. He's got a lot of armor for defending against troll attacks. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to engage and kill 1 troll every round till we win. That's what our goal is going to be. We also have to quest hard enough so our threat doesn't go to 34, because if it does, then we're in trouble. Because if our threat goes to 34, then we're going to get all those trolls at once, and you can't deal with them all at once. So we untap. We go to 26 threat. We get to resource up. 1, 2, 3. Oh, messed up. 1, 2, 3. And then I get those. I get to draw. Another Unexpected Courage. I will take 2 of those. And I will do this Unexpected Courage. I think I've only snuck attacked Gandalf once. So I used him to lower my threat. I could do it again, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait to the combat phase and then sneak attack Gandalf again to either lower my threat or to deal 4 damage to a troll. I kind of want to pause and make sure I didn't sneak attack twice, but we'll go ahead and play through and figure out how this stuff's going. We might not even need to use Gandalf. So I'm going in on the quest, and this is going in on the quest. So that's looking like, you know what? Let's go in on the quest. Go in on the quest. When this goes in for the quest, it puts 1 progress token on this land, completing this land. Oh, we forgot to go to the next stage. When revealed, place the troll cards previously set aside into the staging area. Players cannot defeat this stage if there are any trolls in play. So we're going in on the quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That cancels the trolls, so our threat's probably going to go up by whatever we pull. It is a when revealed, sacked. When revealed, attached to a hero with no sacked cards controlled by the first player. Cannot be canceled. Counts as a condition attachment with the text attached hero cannot attack, defend, commit to a quest, or trigger its effects. We're gonna let her be the one that's trapped. So she's not going on the quests anymore. It is a push on objectives. After this guy attacks, shuffled all, let's see. This one's not bad. So what we're gonna do is we're going to go ahead and engage this one because he shuffles discarded sacks back in, but that doesn't matter. When he attacks, we're going to block with this guy, which doesn't tap to block. He gets no shadow effect. He hits for 4. This guy has 3 armor. This guy takes 1. I forgot to untap this guy with a resource. So we're going to use Unexpected Courage to untap him. And then we're going to attack for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and in the interest of not having to pause to rewind to see if I used my sneak attack or not, we're going to call it 10. I should have untapped him and it would have been more, but we attack for, 11. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11. So we hit him for 11. That puts 9 damage on him. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm pretty sure I did not sneak attack already. But again, I just don't want to have to pause the video, and I should have untapped this guy with a resource. So we're just going to call that good. And I'm going to hold Gandalf. Next round I'll play Gandalf and not use my sneak attack. Just because I don't want to pause and rewind. I don't think I double sneak attacked, but if I did, I would have forgot to have discarded that. So we untap. We go to 27 threat. 1, 2 resources. And the attacked hero cannot defend, commit to the quest, trigger its effect, or collect resources. I don't know if she can spend resources. But I don't think it's going to matter too much because what we're going to do, we're going to draw. We get this little guard. We're going to spend our 5 tokens here. When we spend these 5, we're going to bring Gandalf into play for this round. He's going to do 4 damage to that, killing it. When you defeat it, you choose and discard 1 sacked card. So this sacked card goes away. So she is available for anything now, and she can spend resources. But that doesn't matter. We're going to go in on the quest for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to put a resource on him. We're going to take that resource off to untap him. So I went in for 8. We pull a card. It's a land with 3 threat. While Gideon Fields is the active location, each player must raise their threat by an additional point during the refresh phase. 3 threat, 3 to complete. So now there is 9 threat out against us, and we went in for 7. So our threat goes up. Wait, we went in for 8, so our threat goes up by 1. I'm going to go ahead and pull this one while this troll's engaged with us. Trolls have 1 extra shield. I block here, 4 damage. Let's see if we get a shadow effect. No shadow effect. So 1 damage goes on him again. Oh, we don't have to tap and block, because it does not exhaust to block troll enemies. 1. So we're looking at 8 damage so far. 12. That's enough to kill him. And Gandalf's going to go away forever. So that troll is dead. We'll move on to the next round. Each round we need to kill 1 troll. So she's going to get 3 resources. They're each going to get 2. Sorry, 1. Our threat goes to 29, I think. We draw, we get another sneak attack, so we definitely would have had 1 by now. We're going to spend these 2 resources to get this guy in play. We're going to go in on the quest for same thing we did last time. Put a resource on him, untap him. We're going in for 8. There's 7 out there. We're probably going to lose our threat meter. So that's okay, because we're not going to lose it hard enough to matter. Oh, trolls get +1 attack and +1 defense. I messed that up. We had enough damage to kill the other one. Gandalf overkilled the other one, so we're good. So that mistake doesn't matter. But this guy should have 2 more damage on him. So that mistake did get caught. So if you're watching and noticed it, the mistake did get caught, and it wouldn't have mattered. But we will, going forward, make sure the trolls hit harder and have 1 more defense. So we went in for 8 on the quest. We get this guy. Let's see, we have 9 out against us, so we're going to gain a threat. We're going to 30 threat. And when she committed to the quest, she put 1 progress here. So we gained a threat. This guy's going to engage us, and there's nothing we can do about it. While this one's, all trolls get +1 attack. Let's go with that one. So these 2 engage us. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I don't exhaust to block this troll. He gets +1 attack, +1 attack. He actually hits for 6, 3 armor. This guy's going to take 3 more. 1, 2, 3. He's going to have to stop blocking troll attacks after a little while. The shadow effect was nothing, but it's cool that we got a troll out of play. This is going to be blocked by this guy here. Yeah, going to be blocked by this guy here. So 2 damage, no shadow effect. 1 damage goes to the armor, 1 goes to the character. Now we get to attack. When we get to attack, we're going to attack for 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to pay to untap this guy. 8, 9, 12. We're going to untap him. And now we're going to hit him for another 3. So this guy's dead. We hit him for 15. The extra shield only gets him to 13 health. Unfortunately, we didn't get to kill the goblins. We get to untap. Our threat goes to 31. We draw. We don't have enough to cast that guy, although we could sneak attack him in later, which is probably what we're going to do. We're going to go on the quest for 4. And that's it. We're just going on the quest for 4. We know we're going to lose. Let's discard 1 of the sneak attack. Nope. I don't know if I feel good about that because I wasn't sure how many sneak attacks we had. So just to be on the safe side, we're just going in for 4. When we do, we draw this, and it says, when revealed, remove 4 progress from the current quest. If there are fewer than 4 progress on the quest, remove all progress from the quest. Doesn't matter. We went in for 4 against 5, so we gain 1 threat. The troll will engage us. when the troll engages us, we're going to have to fight this. I'm going to block with this guy. 4 damage coming in. Shadow defending character does not count its armor. So that's going to kill that. So he killed this. When trolls attack, while is engaged with a player, all trolls gain forced after this enemy attacks, raise threat by 3. So my threat goes up to 35. This guy's gone. This one's going to attack. I will sneak attack in this guy for the attack. I'm going to go ahead and block with this one. 2 damage. This guy's definitely going to die. No shadow effect. Now we're going to attack the troll. This guy's going to do 6, untap, tap. This guy's going to do 4, untap, tap. That's 10. 12. He has an extra armor. 13. 14. This dies. I attack with 2. 2. This dies. And we are in really good shape. We go to 36 threat. We untap. We get resources. 1, 2. She's going to get 3. Our threat goes to, I think I already moved my threat, but just in case, let's just say 37. We go to the next round. We draw this card, cancel a win revealed effect. We're going to go on the quest, go on the quest. We'll keep the win revealed, cancel. Go on the quest, go on the quest. All the things that can quest went on the quest. I pay to untap him after going on the quest. I think I didn't put Theo's resource, but that's okay. We get another land for 3 threat, force. When it's the active location, each player raises their threat by an additional point. We went in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Against 6, we get to put 2 progress out there. Wasn't a stellar turn. Our threat goes to 38. A lot of our questing allies are dead. We untap. We get resources. I'm not even going to use Steward of Gondor. She's got a ton. I'm going to play this card, which makes him a blue resource and gives him 2 extra questing power. He goes in on the quest for 4 now. 5. We're going to put an extra resource on him. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It should be 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 9, 10. We're going in for the quest on 10. We get to put a progress on every location that is in the staging area. We've completed that one. And now we see what comes out against us. A win revealed. Win revealed. Reveal X additional cards. Let's go with no. I don't want more stuff in the staging area. Cancel. All right. We went in for 10. There's 3 there. That means we get to put 7 out. So we get to put 4 on this, 1 on this, and that completes this quest. I found threat reduction to be highly helpful for winning this quest. You really don't want to have to engage those trolls. All right, thank you for watching.